Am I live? I'm live. All right. Hopefully we get a couple people in here. Tell me if I'm live or not. No. This is so weird. The StreamYard thing. See if I can. Oh, I'm gonna need to tighten that up. Does that work? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. That's exactly what I'm looking for anyway. Am I live? I might have to use the computer. How do I full screen this thing? Okay, well apparently I'm live. Or maybe it's upside down. No. All right, let's see. Does it work better this way? I don't know. Okay. This thing is confusing, man. Live viewer comments show up on the StreamYard. This is an example. Tap on a comment to show it on screen. Got it. How do I make that go away? Culture, YouTube. Says using your camera. All right, well. I want to check my mic, but I'm not sure if everybody can hear me. Anyway, if you're just catching this, or if I'm just going live, or whatever the case may be, my name is Lou Ballz. Thank you guys for showing up and watching. As I stated earlier, this is more of, okay, so if you didn't come here from Instagram, I'm showing a clutch that is, might seem like a dumb idea. And the more I think about it, the more I think it probably was a dumb idea. But intellectually, I really kind of wanted to look into this and see if it was working out at all. I have a Dinker male that I hatched out 2020, I believe March, early 2020, early to mid. And I picked up this giant female. Well, she wasn't giant when I picked her up. It seemed like she wasn't being fed. Somebody that I knew from school hit me up and said, hey, my son has a snake in this house that he's trying to fix up. Somebody left it behind, and you're the only one I know that works with snakes, and I figured you can go pick it up for me. So I went to go pick it up, and it was this spider female. She looked like she was probably hitting her second year, but he tells me that she hasn't eaten in God knows how long. So it was kind of like, I don't want to call it a rescue because that's a weird way to people. Oh, there you are. See, it doesn't show me that anybody's here. That's fine. But hey, Heather. Yeah, this StreamYard thing is kind of weird. I don't know how to use it. It feels weird. But it helps me use it on my phone so I can actually position it, right? So yeah, as I was saying, the female was a rescue of sorts. I don't like using that term because everybody wants to use that term. But she was abandoned somewhere, and a friend of mine had hit me up and said that her son was fixing up this place, and there was a snake there, and he doesn't do snakes. So I called him, and he told me, if you can go in and grab it, it's yours. I guess he was trying to give the tank back. It was probably like an ex-girlfriend that disappeared, and I don't know what the case was. I didn't ask too much. I said, what is it? He said, a spider ghost something. It doesn't look like a spider hypo. It looks more like it was xanthic or something. Maybe fire. Some people, a few people have said fire, which that would be awesome because my other fire project didn't prove out fire that I think of. So at least that's cool. The male I actually hatched from 2020 clutch, which was literally lesser to lesser. I was just trying to get the Ballz. I think Heather, you probably remember that if anybody remembers that stuff. But it was my second, it's my second clutch, my second year breeding. And it was the first clutch of the second season. And I got one bell out of it, and the rest of them were either lessers or normals. The odds didn't hit right. I didn't understand why. Out of 8 eggs, I only got one bell. I got more normals than lessers. I got like 3 lessers. One of them died because it was super runty, but it was crazy looking. And then the other 2 were just normal looking lessers. I got 2 normal looking normals, and then 3 weird looking normals. One of them was kind of weird looking, and then the other 2 were absolutely bonkers weird looking. So I'm going to show you the mom first, just because she's right behind me. Now, this girl was tiny, but we started feeding her, and she would eat 4 times a day if I let her. And she absolutely became huge, humongous. Right? She laid 8 eggs. I think we'll see in a second. She laid a bunch of eggs, big fat clutch, and this lighting is crazy. Or maybe it's my camera not picking up the light. Anyway, she laid, hey baby. So this is Cake. She laid a bunch of eggs, and like 2 days later, she was looking for food. She was on it. This girl's a beast, right? I think she was she was 39, 95 before she laid. She was almost 4K. And then she laid a whole big fat clutch of eggs. So this is her. She looks great. Yeah, she's a monster eater. She retires all my breeder rats. But she looks good. You know? She doesn't have that goldish, bronzish look. It's kind of weird looking. Like I said, maybe she could be, some people just say she could be just a really nice looking spider. The head stamp doesn't really say anything fantastic, but some people say fire spider. Yeah, it's not going to catch it. But yeah, she's a good girl. So she's super feisty. I got to really be careful how I open her tub. She will absolutely jump out and grab whatever's in front of the tub if she's ready to eat. But once I have her snapped out of it, she's amazing. Great girl. Put her back. Babies. All right, and on the male side, I have this guy right here. Okay, it's just a normal, supposedly. The pairing was lesser to lesser that hatched him, but he's got some wonky ass pattern, reminiscent of some Lori stuff or some head red xanthic stuff. Like his pattern is pretty bugged out. Not to mention his belly is really, really insane. I want to see if I can get this light a little better for him. But his pattern almost looks, he doesn't have the color of a black pastel, but the pattern is almost black pastelish. Like something in the 8-ball complex almost. Do you have a albino snake? I do. I hatched out an albino from 2 snakes that weren't even supposed to be het for albino. That's a whole other story. But yeah, you can see this guy's pattern is really, really weird. He could just be a really crazy looking normal, or he could just be a really crazy looking spider. But I think he's a But I figured if I got the space and I got the time, I want to try out and see if anything comes out of him, because at the very least, he's a really cool looking normal, and some of his polygenics might show up, and some of it might not. He could be het for something. He could be holding a het that his mom was holding, and I don't know about it. I bought her as an adult female. His pattern's a little wonky, yeah. I bought the female lesser, which is his mom, from Ben Cole. He was just getting rid of her, getting rid of adult females that he didn't want. And so I bought her, I think, for like $100. And I know he's been working with something weird. And I don't know what the name of it is, but it does some pretty cool stuff. So I have to hit him up and see if it's possible that any of that stuff could be floating, or if this looks anything like it. But we'll talk about that when I do talk to him. But yeah, that's the male. She gave me eight eggs. I think 8 or 9 eggs. She's a big girl. All right, buddy, let me put you back. So yeah, she gave me 9 eggs, no slugs. Today's day 60, and they all came out day 57. They started pipping, and they've been out since yesterday for the most part. And then today I came home and they're all out, so I figured I'd show them up today. So while I'm doing all this, I'm going to be setting them up now that they're all out. I don't have to cut them, so that's a good thing. Hurt too bad, huh? Yes, no, occasionally. Does it hurt too bad for what? Yeah, I didn't cut. No, it's the shock of it. Oh, does the bite hurt? No, the bites don't really hurt. It's more they're super fast, and it kind of feels like you're touching like Velcro, like a fresh Velcro. The hard part, not the soft part. That'd be ridiculous. But yeah, where was I at? But yeah, their bites don't hurt too hard. I think people are scared of the wrong thing. You know, the ones that are probably a little bit more scary are the ones that you guys have in your home on a regular basis, cats and dogs. They seem cute and fluffy until you piss one of them off, and then you can get really hurt. Whereas these guys, as long as you understand what you're doing, same rules apply. You know, don't mess with them while they're getting ready to eat, and don't corner them and scare them. Just like any animal, just like a human. But yeah, setting up a tub so I can have them all set up their shed on their own. I'm going to grab another tub so I can give them a little wash before moving them forward. All right. So this water is ambient temperature, which is what they're feeling in here, so they're not going to be shocked of what's going on. But yeah, I'm ready to look at these things. They're really bugged out. I'm going to try to tip this camera to see if you guys can see it a little better. That's perfect. Back it up a little bit. All right. All right, so this is them. This is all 9 of them. Every single one of them is out on their own. I didn't have to cut anything. So I'm not at all worried about them not thriving or anything before coming out because I got them out of the egg too fast or whatever people want to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the water, let them clean up a little bit. But I can already see like these two babies right here. And you probably can't see because that lighting sucks. I'll show you guys in a little bit. Let me get them washed up. But I do have, let's see. 1, 2, 3. This guy's super dark. He looks almost GHI. 4. 5 normals. So statistically speaking, if it was just a normal to a spider, I would have pretty much half and half. Half normals, half spider. And statistically speaking, that's what I have. Since it was 9 eggs, half of them pretty much came out normal, half of them came out spider. So far, uh-oh. What are you doing in there? So far, that's not looking good for me. All right, let's get rid of this tub because they're not going back in. I'll deal with that later. Let's show. Put this here. So let's grab a normal first and then see, because I really wanted to see if the color, because his color when he was a baby was really, really bright, almost orange dream, and the pattern. Man, this lighting is killing me right now. Huh? I don't know. I don't know. Trying to see if this light helps any better. Maybe I can do it on a white background. Oh, that's gonna suck. Regis Sphera Pythons, what's going on, my dude? Yeah, that's bad. I'm trying to see if I can fix the lighting here because this super bright light is not helping with what I'm seeing here. Anyway, let's see if we can see at least the pattern because I showed the male and he does have the super wonky pattern and the connections and all that stuff. Let's see if we can show it. Their bellies are super crazy. Oh man, that lighting. Give me a second. Let me see if I can fix this lighting. This is ridiculous. Maybe position it in a different place. That light might be too bright over there. And then I'm still going to have this light on. Let's see if this helps at all. Only from one side. All right. Try to slide this over and see if maybe the lighting.
Not so direct, right?
Yeah. If I can get the direct lighting, it might help. close this freaking door. Sorry guys, give me a minute. I'm working on it. Go ahead and move that thing. See if maybe the end.
Do you want me to move bridges like that?
Fix the legs. It's crooked. All right. Let's see if that works better. Yeah, I think that bright light. I think it's crazy, man. I wanted bright lighting in here, but I didn't realize it was going to wash out everything that I have, or everything that I'm trying to show off here. All right, so if anything, I will post up some pictures later on my Instagram and see if maybe some of that shows up a little bit better. All right, so maybe you guys see it better than I do. Plus, they're wet, but then these are supposedly normals, and you can see the pattern. It's kind of linking up. Has a lot of Cheerios on top of the dorsal. Like I said, this could be polygenic. This could just be because the male has a wonky pattern that the babies came out with a weird pattern as well. And I know I'm not the only one seeing this. I can't be bugging right now. I mean, aside from the light being a piece of crap. Either way, let me set them up. I have 4. Like I said, this guy looks super dark. He looks like he was almost GHI. I know for a fact it's not. But, I mean, this guy's like, maybe it's a granite gene or something. And like the head stamp, there's like some blushing spots on the head. There's still Cheerios all over the back. I don't know if that ringer gene or anything may be attached to something like that. I don't even know what that is. But I don't know if you can see that. Like some of these things just look really weird.
The little one.
Yeah, the spider stuff looks like spider stuff, but then I have 2 different ones. And I'll show that in a second.
Oh.
I have 2 different looks for the spider stuff. Escape. Oh, you're holding on to the other guy, huh? Hey, buddy. Are you on top of another one? Yes, you are. Okay. I'll check that guy in a little bit. See, this guy has all the Cheerios. That's freaking crazy looking. Do you see that? I'm not bugging here.
That's so weird.
And then the pattern is like coming all the way across. What if we do have something here?
We
like,
gotta breed him back to daddy.
Back to daddy? Yeah, breed him back to daddy?
I'm saying breed them, I said.
No.
I'm saying take one of the ones.
I don't think it's dad. I think it's mom. I think it's Tilly. Dad looks like a normal lesser.
Wait, there wasn't strawberry?
I mean, the strawberry came from a lesser to lesser parent. Well, we're calling it the strawberry, and it's a personal joke inside. But the dad, he came from a lesser to lesser parent. Zazu, the lesser, the dad, which were the grandparents of this, looks like a regular lesser. And any of his babies, he literally just had, no, did he just have a clutch? And she lesser, yes. Yes. And none of his babies look any different.
Yeah.
His babies look all normal. But hers, her babies look bugged out. And these babies look absolutely bugged out.
And she also has a weird...
And she looks weird. She doesn't look like him at all. She looks like there's Enchi or something in there, but I don't see any Enchi here. Like I said, statistically, this doesn't make any sense because I have 50-50. So I'm leaning towards, like, I don't know if I want to waste another year on this, but there's no way. Like, you can see.
Look at the belly pattern on that one.
Look at the belly pattern. Oh, my God.
Normals don't have belly patterns like that. Really?
Yeah, I've hatched out yellow bellies, and these aren't bright enough. It's possibly there's a granite gene in there. I don't know how granite looks, but it's not bright, and it's usually freaks. Like this guy makes me think, where is it? This
dark?
guy? Yeah, the darker one. This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that back. That's weird. I don't know. Maybe they shed out and they all look like a bunch of normals. But even their head stamps. Is somebody trying to
Escape?
Oh, that's probably Ace. Ace is a douche. Well, like they got black back. Like this guy looks the most normal out of all of them. And even he has the Cheerios. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much about this. See, like some of these spiders are really, really reduced. And then there's a couple of them that are not, like this. Super reduced. I don't see one, maybe two alien eyes. And that's towards the front, like tri-stripe-ish. Like a line more than anything else. Too far? And that's what I'm trying to show. The clean, this backwards thing is weird. It's so clean in the pattern. Let them shed and revisit it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to, but I definitely want this on camera. Like spider stuff is weird in general because, like I said, this could be completely polygenic, and some of them look one way, some of them look another way. I don't see anything super obvious, but those normals look really weird. I don't know. Like this one's pretty clean too. This one's a little bit muddier, but it has maybe two alien eyes out of all. I'm calling polygenics on this. I'm not sure I want to spend another year trying to figure this out. I might breed one of the babies back to mom just to see if she's holding any hets. Because if they're het for something, then they're definitely showing it. Because she doesn't look normal spider. And if she's exanthic and these are all het exanthic, then the next season should prove anything. But I don't see anything absolute. I mean, some of these are just really, really, really good. See, now this one doesn't look like the other one.
Yeah, that one looks like a regular spider.
No, I mean.
No?
Yeah, maybe. Just look how clean that is. And look how bright that back
No,
is.
this stuff's so confusing. It's like we don't know what we're looking for, so.
And that's the whole point. This project was more of an intellectual thing. Like, I really want to see if I want to prove myself wrong. I want to prove myself wrong because we both saw something in the mail, and he could just be, maybe the egg was leaning on the heat a little bit more than the rest of them, and maybe he passed down some weird looking babies. But none of those babies look like normals. So, let me go and clean myself up over here. Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, I just died here. All right, let's get back here. But yeah, I think maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I wasted some time. But I don't know. Some of these things look really, really bugged out. Maybe I'll take some pictures of them. Maybe the pictures will look better in a different light. I'll put them in the light box. I don't know what to think. Like I said, there's a bunch of genes. Like this really does look like a gene that Ben Cole was working on. That's part of the fun breeding. Yeah, absolutely. This kind of looks like a gene that Ben Cole was working on. It has all those Cheerios on the back. I forgot what he was calling it, man. I went to go see him last year, the year before, and he was trying to show me some pastel and some Mojave stuff that was mixed into it. Yeah, it looks really weird. I don't know if that helps. I'm all backwards with this camera stuff. Yeah, he's got the Cheerios and the linking of the pattern. Maybe maybe we're not paying enough attention. Yeah, maybe after a little time you will have a better idea. Yeah, I'm definitely going to I think I'm going to keep the original male because I'm trying to figure out whether I'm going to sell him or not. And if I sell him, I'm just selling him as a normal. I don't want anybody trying any crazy projects and then it coming back on me. I'm going to try to breed nice tail stripe. Yeah, these things, they have some really cool looking pattern. It could be polygenic. But yeah, I'm going to breed the original male back here. This one here. I think I'm going to breed him back to his mom and see if maybe she's holding a het that he might be holding as well. And I don't know. I might keep one of these back that's not a spider and breed it back to their mom, which is this girl that just laid for me. This one, yeah, that one. Cake. I might breed him back to Cake and see if she's holding any hets or if she's recessive something. And if that's the case, then I might actually prove that more than anything else. But my problem is, like, I was having a hard time with this because I wanted to breed a normal to her. Yeah, I don't want the call. I wanted to breed a normal to her to see if she had anything that I can breed back to her and see if she's exanthic. But he's also a dinker, so if he's holding something, then it would show and it would make everything look weird, which is exactly what happened. Spider is really hard to move because nobody wants Spider anymore. And so that's probably going to sit, these are probably all going to sit in my rack forever. And that's okay. That's what I do this for. But they're going to be hard to move, man. Nobody likes Spider anymore. I mean, they love it, but they don't want to touch it. Nobody wants to touch Spider with a 10-foot pole. And that's scary because it's such a beautiful morph. And I think there's a possibility we can be doing something with it. Maybe this is a bolt. I'm just joking, guys. But yeah. Yeah, maybe like I said, maybe it's a whole tub full of God knows what. Maybe it's a tub full of nothing. But it was a project that I felt like I wanted to try. But at least at the very least this year coming up, I should be getting ready to start some shows and get some shows going. So it'll be a lot easier to move them in the pet trade. I'm just kind of tired of dealing with the Craigslist sales. And I know it doesn't have a good sound and a good look to it. Like, people don't like the idea of selling on Craigslist. I've met a lot of really cool people. I've bought some pretty decent animals. Yes, it is a shame about how people are staying away from Spider. Yeah, and from what I'm hearing, it's not just Spider. I mean, I know it's not just Spider with the wobble, the hidden genome, and all kinds of other stuff. Champagne. Don't even get me started on champagne. But there's so many other morphs that have an issue on top of just Spider. But not just that. There's a lot of people not messing with the base morphs that started this whole thing. And it's probably because everybody has bred them to the tits. You know what I mean? The pastels are trying to get canceled, and lessers are trying to get canceled. Mojave's the only one from the originals, especially from the Bell. Nobody wants Bell Complex anything anymore. Mojave's the only thing holding itself, and I don't even understand why, because Mystic and Phantom do pretty much similar things. Honey does some amazing things. Well, everybody loves Bamboo. It's gorgeous. I put breeding off this year. I have a new rack coming in. I have babies to sell still from last season. Yeah, me too. I've made space. I have babies still for sale, but I might just be. I like to hold them back longer than everybody else. Everybody's like 3 meals and you're gone. I want to see them grow. I want to see them get to 250 grams. I want to know what they look like. I enjoy that. And then when somebody hits me up and says, hey, my baby's not eating, it's not because of me, because I got shorts and I got videos and I got pictures of every single one of my babies eating on a weekly basis. More than likely, it's somebody has a light with a tank with mesh top and all that good stuff. Samson keys constrictors. Oh, I'm cutting it to somebody else's live time. So, yeah, I showed it. I probably do some more. I might go. I don't know. For some reason, maybe I'll change the lights in here. I might go Instagram live tomorrow or something. Maybe I can get some better lighting in there. I will show these again, so look out for my Instagram. Definitely have some pictures, some shorts, something that I can get some stable lighting, because it seems like every time I move, the light changes, and I can't really control it with the StreamYard thing. Yeah, Indo the same. I have a handful of Mojaves, het ghosts that are yearlings. Yeah, I have a bunch of lesser het ghosts. They're not yearlings. They're about 6 months old. I don't mess with Mojave. If not, I would cop one from you. Plus, lesser Mojave hypos would look very well. But yeah, it's. I'm glad I'm able to push myself with the harder projects. People who sell when they're under 100 grams, I think, is not fair to the snake. I personally like to see 150 or more even. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm glad I pushed myself this hard trying the smaller stuff. Like, I have a lot of strong females, but I don't have strong males. And so I'll get a lot of byproduct that it's going to be really hard to sell. Single genes, some normal stuff. I'm trying to start working on supers so I don't have to sell any normals. But yeah, I'm pushing myself to sell this harder stuff, cutting my teeth. You know what I mean? Like, this is not going to stop me. It's not going to slow me down. I'm not doing a lot of clutches anyway. I don't want to become that big. I don't have the time for it. I have a full-time job that pushes me 10, 11, 12 hours a day, 4 or 5 days a week. And so every little bit of time that I have for these guys, I do what I can, and I don't want to neglect them, and I don't want to shortchange my family. So I'm trying to keep myself very short, 4 or 5 clutches a year. Last year I did 5. I still have probably 60% of the babies left. So that tells me maybe 5 is not the way I'm doing things. I have to expand, not in collection, but in how I market and how I sell myself and my animals. I got to start doing shows and maybe start producing a better product with less byproduct. And so that's all it's teaching me. I'm learning a lot of this stuff. Like I said, I'm cutting my teeth because when it's time to eat with the lions, I'm coming for that. I'm definitely coming for that. But yeah, I want to thank everybody that has followed me so far and has thank you guys for being here and showing up. Regis Farah, it's good to see you in my live. I don't do too much YouTube anymore, even though I should and I want to. My season's going to be really late because I have a bunch of first season girls that are trying to go, and I'm probably going to push them late. So they get 1 lock a month, and we'll see what happens. But I do have some stuff coming. But you guys, I've been watching you guys. I know I haven't seen a lot from Heather when it comes to this year, but I still peep in and see what's going on. We've lost so many people in this hobby within the last 2 years. It kind of sucks to see everybody fall by the wayside. But then I see some people come back super, super strong. Like John Feely. John Feely, I stopped hearing about him for a while, and now he's doing podcasts, which I think fits him really, really well. His podcast really smooth and cool. and we get a different perspective of some of the people that he's getting on. That's cool. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for taking an interest in any of this. And I hope to see you soon. So smile big and hustle hard.